Hey y'all, today we're gonna go thrifting. Stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is Julian, also known as the Beard Thrift Machine here on YouTube, and I buy stuff and flip it online and make YouTube videos about it. Today, me and Kayla are gonna go thrifting. We haven't been in our thrift stores probably in about a week and a half to 2 weeks we've been out of town. And every time I do a thrift video, I usually only pick up like one or two things now, so hopefully today it's a little bit different. So stay tuned. I got the GoPro and be taking y'all along. Alright, so this is the first thrift store I'm in. Immediately see this Harley Davidson shirt. The thing is, there's a huge stain on it on the left corner, so I leave this one behind for $4. Alright, I start making my way to the golf club room. And this place used to only do about $2 to $4 a golf club. I never used to see one over $4. And they used to have some pretty good golf clubs. They used to pull a lot of pings out of here, Callaways, TaylorMades, everything. And there is a Mizuno that I pick up, and there are some King Cobras, but when I look down, they wanted about $6 to $10 per golf club now on this left side, which is a little bit much to turn a profit on, even if it's a decent club. So I do pick up a couple clubs here, but I put all of these back just because there wasn't enough there to make any profit. I do look at some of these iron sets. Now, one of them I do pick up, and they're an old McGregor, and I couldn't find comps on these. I'm still confused if I should have picked these up. If you know anything about that, they were McGregor 2000 USAs, and if I should have picked them up, please tell me in the comments below, because I couldn't find a comp on them anywhere. So I put most of the golf clubs back because they are too expensive, except for these US kids. I'm telling you, everybody overlooks these and they price them low. I have to double check to make sure that that's what they wanted on here. And there are some other like no-name brands in this golf bag, but they only want $25.99 for everything in this golf bag, so that's a pretty good deal. And I end up picking all of these up. Again, US Kids Golf is always a good brand to look out for. I'll show you some sold comps later on in the video about how much they go for. I do look at some golf clubs here. Again, I'm always looking out for Callaway, TaylorMade, anything that are brand name. I do pick these up because they look brand new to me, and I didn't know the name brand. I didn't even really comp them out just because there was nothing written on the shaft, and they just kind of look like cheap clubs, so I passed on those. I do check this thing out, but in this thrift store, I kid you not, I think they have blocked all signals to cell phones. I cannot get a signal anymore to comp things out. I have to walk to the front of the store, which is kind of annoying. I actually scan this barcode, and I think it takes like 5 minutes for this thing to come through. So I scan this and walk around the store to see if it's worth picking up. As I walk around, I immediately saw this fishing rod. Now, some of these fishing rods that are red are worth a ton of money. That is a good looking fishing rod, but this one did not have a name brand on it, and I don't pick up no name fishing rod, so I put that down. As I make my way through the hard goods, there are some two little lanterns. They had names on them. I did comp them out. They wanted $4 at the thrift, and they only comped out for about $14 with free shipping, so I put those back. In the electronics, I just kind of look around. They did have a pretty full electronics thing today. There was a lot of things down here, but nothing really great, except when I see this gigantic mixer, and I immediately start comping this out just because it looked expensive, it was heavy, and I didn't know the name brand, so I definitely looked it up. It had some really sold comps I'll tell you at the end of the video, and I definitely picked this thing up. I always try to test my electronics at the store, so I do plug this one in. Alright, so I definitely plugged this thing in and tested out, and it does work properly. It turns on, the speeds look good on it, and it did come with, I think, 3 attachments. So I definitely bought this for $9.99. So here Kayla's looking at a couple plushes. I'm not a huge fan of picking up plush just because I don't really know what I'm looking at. I do look up that Build-A-Bear dinosaur and it didn't really comp out that good, so I left all the plushies behind and didn't buy any. Going straight to the golf clubs here. I do look around. Sometimes this place is like, man, you can make $100 to $200 easy, and other times it looks like this. There's a ton of golf clubs, and none are really worth anything. I do end up looking up some Browning 440 irons. There was an iron set there. There wasn't enough on the sold comps, and their shafts were really rusted, so I did leave all the golf clubs behind here. Alright, into the pots and pans. I always look through the pots and pans just to look for any type of cast iron or vintage skillets or really anything that's worth money. And I don't really find any here. I do pick up, that's like a mixer, a drink mixer. Put that back. I thought it looked like the top was broken. And that Grinch thing down the bottom, I was wondering if that was worth money. I should have comped that out, and I didn't. I kind of like walked right by it. I do open this up thinking it was, I actually didn't know what that was until I opened it up, and it was a faucet, and it had been used, so I put that one back and kind of continued to scan around to see if I can find anything. Alright, so I'm scanning the electronics, and I just noticed this when I was editing the film, is that I always go to this place because there are usually combo units and everything, and there is one directly in front of me, and I must not see it. I don't know what I'm looking at here because I passed right on by that combo unit. I do pick this bat up. It's a Louisville TPS composite bat. I looked everywhere to see how to comp this thing out. I was getting about, like, it was worth only $15 to $20. They wanted $3 for it, so I put it back. It was in a little bit rough condition. The same with this Babolat bag. It was in decent condition. They wanted like $8, and the sold comps were about $30 with free shipping. And there were some things going on with the zippers, so I left this behind. But you probably could have made about $10 on this. Alright, so we are in our last thrift store, and I go straight up here because I see all this leather gear. Now, the thing about leather gear is that these were all not name brand. There is a Wilson leather jacket that I passed on because it was a super small size. But if you look, all these shirts are Harley Davidson. They wanted between $4 to $7 per shirt here, and I picked up everything that was embroidered. I did pass on some of the t-shirts just because they weren't. They wanted like $5 to $6 per t-shirt, and I don't think that was that good. So I did pick up anything that was embroidered or had a patch, and again, like, that's for $6. But they also, for the t-shirts, were also between that same price range. So I left a lot of t-shirts behind and did pick up a lot of the actual sweaters, hoodies, or anything that was embroidered. I do leave behind a lot of the leather gear. That one looked pretty cool with the vest, but what you can't see on video is that it has a ton of white spots on it. It looks like that was paint. So I left that behind because I was thinking that I would not be able to actually get those marks out. And some of these are actually stained also. None of these were older t-shirts. They were not the 3D emblems. So I did leave a whole bunch behind. After looking through some clothing, I do make my way over to the hard goods. And any type of unmarked box, I'm always going to look in. So I look in this unmarked box right down here to my right, and it is some sort of pasta maker or sausage maker. It has a ton of attachments, and I do actually comp this out, and I will end up picking this up, and I will show you later on in the video what's exactly inside this box. Alright, so we're back at the house, and I have to say that was one of the better thrifting days we've had in a really long time. I spent $100 on everything I'm about ready to show you. Saw most of it in the clip before, so I'm going to go through pretty fast on what I actually bought, and we'll go from there. So let me show you what I got. First, it was pretty lucky. We ran into a whole bunch. It's bike week down here in Myrtle Beach, so the thrift store had put out a whole bunch of Harley Davidson stuff, and it was like about $5, but they also wanted $5 for the t-shirts, and the t-shirts weren't that good. They weren't like old ones or anything, so I did just pick up ones that were embroidered. This one's like a cable knit with the patch, and then this one right here is like a hoodie, so I definitely picked that up. And I spent $100 on everything, so it's about $4.50 per item. This is a super good brand right here, DELONGHI. This is a really heavy duty mixer, and it looks like their sold comps for like $150, $199, all the way up to about $200 on this plus shipping. So really good buy there. I only picked it up for $10, and when I went down the aisle, I kind of knew there was something nice with it because it's like super heavy, so I had to pick that up. You know, always got to pick up brand new hats. This is actually a golf brand with the American flag patch there. Brand new hat, got that for $2. Always got to pick that thing up. And obviously, I always talk about these US kids. It was $25 for the bag and all the golf clubs. Now, the thing is, it's not a full set, so I'm going to probably sell these as singles, and each one of these with the TS, this is the Tour Series 6. These do go for about $25 to $30 a piece. So right here is going to be all my money back, and everything else is going to be pure profit here. And then I did get 2 woods also, and they usually go for about $30 a piece too. So definitely a good pickup there. And I did get something called a Yes putter. I don't know much about this, and I remember somebody on somebody somewhere told me that a Yes putter is a good putter to pick up. This one looks old school. I picked it up for $4, kind of taking a chance on it. So I really don't know if this is going to pay off or not, but I decided to pick it up. I didn't have my cell phone on me to comp this one out, or if I did, it wasn't comping out or something, but I did pick it up anyway. Hopefully it wasn't a mistake. I did get some brand new frog togs. Now this isn't going to be the expensive ones, but these are waterproof pants or bibs, and then they're good sizes. They're all extra large. And then I did get a frog tog jacket, which is waterproof for extra large. So pretty good pickup there. They go for about $20 a piece most likely. And then inside here, I got this pasta maker. Now when I look at stuff like this, I don't immediately like discard it. I kind of like stuff like this because it has a whole bunch of these attachments, which means that most of the time these attachments will go for more than what you're buying for it at the actual thrift store. Like I picked this thing up for, you know, $10, I think. Let's see where this is. Yep, picked up for $10. So right there, I'm going to see exactly how much this comps out for. But this thing down here, I didn't really take it out, but it almost looks like it's never been used or slightly used. So definitely see if this works. If not, I have enough attachments in here that I know that I'm definitely gonna like make a, you know, definitely make my money back, or if not more. There's a whole bunch down there and stuff, so definitely take a look at this. But couldn't pass this up. I know all this stuff is kind of big to ship, but sometimes it's definitely worth it to pick up big items because they're, you know, it's definitely worth the time. You know, you pick them up for $10 and sells for over $100. That's really not too bad. So right there, that's everything that I picked up to do this full time. The items, not a lot of golf clubs today, but sometimes they're just not in the thrift and you got to look around for other things. So I do appreciate everybody that watches, and you know I will always catch you on the next one.